Hello friends, good morning. Today we learn Geography, Class 10th CBSE. Chapter 1, Resource and Development. First we learn topic wise introduction. Second, type of resources. Third, resource planning. Fourth, land resources. Fifth, soil as a resource. Sixth, soil erosion. 7. Soil conservation. Friends, let's see first its introduction. Resources. Our chapter is resource and development. Let's see here the meaning of resources. Resources are everything available in our environment which satisfy our needs, like a mineral, soil, human, etc. Now the definition of development. What is development? Development is a process of improvement and changes required for better living and existence. It is related to human beings. You know friends, after development, that means you show the different type of development in our country, just like a high-rise building, airways, waterways, roadways, etc. Now we learn the topic 2, type of resources. Type of resources. Here the 4 type of resources. First, origin. Second, exhaustible resources. Third, ownership. Fourth is the status of development. Let's see. First is its classification. First, origin. Biotic resources, abiotic resources. Friends, you know, biotic resources, that mean the living organism available on the earth, they are known as biotic resources. Animal, plants, human being and any other living things. Now abiotic resources. Non-living resources are known as abiotic resources, like water, land, mountain, soil, etc. Second, exhaustible resources. Now it classifies as a 2 ways: renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources, that mean it renewed again and again. Solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, it produced from nature again and again and repeatedly and continuous resource. Non-renewable resources, they are known as not renewed again and again. Here the fossil fuels, petrol, coal, minerals, etc. Third type of resources, it is a ownership. It classifies as a 4 ways: individual resources, community resources, national resources and international resources. First, it classifies as individual. Friends, you know, private property like a house, your bungalows, your factories, that means it is a private property. This is called individual resources. Now community resources. Community resources for all community, just like a park, temple. So this is a community resources. Now national resources. What does it mean national resources? Which is our nation inside our nation boundary, like a national park, river, mountain, they are our national resources. Now, international resources. International resources is a ocean boundary. From your coastal area, only 19.2 kilometer it include your oceanic boundary, and other than after 19.2 kilometer, this is the boundary of an international boundary. Now fourth, status of development resources. Potential resources, it classifies as developed resources, reserve resources, and stock resources. Let's see first the potential resources. What is mean potential resources? Potential resources, that means we know to exist but we cannot use them. They are known as potential resources. Now developed resources. Developed resources which are developed and surveyed to utilized and are being used in the present time are known as developed resources. Third, stock. We have technology to extract these resources we are known as stock. Because of lack of technology, we cannot use them and preserve them as a stock. Reserve. Some resources we have as a form of the reserve, just like uranium in Ladakh. Now, we learn reserve. Reserve, it is a resources for a future generation. Some resources we have and we know it, but now it is not necessary to use them. Let's see topic 3, resource as a planning. You know friends, we have many resources that use them properly and planning wise. Otherwise we have many difficulties. So we have to use them planning wise. If we are not using them planning wise, we have many problem creates, just like a depletion of resources. After some time it depletes, just like a water. We are using water daily in our life. This is washing clothes, washing utensils, irrigation, drinking, and many ways. Now, second is a global ecological crisis. Sometimes we have a limited resources on the earth, so it's become a crisis. So it is a global ecological crisis. Petroleum is a limited source. So if we cannot use properly, then its price become rise day by day. Now accumulation in few hands. You know, if we are not using and with the planning, so some resources are acquired by a single person, so it is difficult to nation. Now we need for resources planning. Because of why we have to plan? Because not distributing equal everywhere. We have many resources in our country, in the world, but if we are not distributing them properly and skill wise and technology wise, so we have many problems create for our nation. Now, using a skill and technology, some develop resources for nation. If we are using the skill and technology, so we are using much more use. Now imagine to stop the supply of goods. Government sometime restriction on stock. Why restriction on stock? Because of never price, it becomes the control of price rise. If some people are with the black marketing, they are become a price rise of the things. Therefore, we have to know the resource planning is necessary for our nation, also our world. Now, land resources. Student, land resources, it is the most important resources because we are using its many ways. Just like a farmer cultivate the agriculture crops on land, we are using them as a forestry. Some things found in the forest, also herbs, herbal plants from the forest. Other activity, mining. Coal and gold and other minerals are extracting from land. This is known as mining. Now, mountain. Mountain is also important resources, landform resources. Many things from the mountains we get, just like marbles and another things. Student, we have 43% land area for using for agriculture and industries. 27% plateaus, which is a source of the mineral, fossil fuel and forest. 30% are mountain and rivers, etc. Now fourth, land utilization. How to land utilization in forest, uncultivable land, fallow land, natural sown area. Land utilization. Forest. Forest acquired 24% of our total land mass of our nation. Uncultivable land, permanent pasture and the grazing land, also cultural wasteland, they are known as uncultivable land. Fallow land. What is mean fallow land? The left without cultivation for 1 or more year, this is known as fallow land. Fourth is a night sown area sown more than once in an agricultural year. This is known as night sown area. Now, topic number 5, land degradation. Student, how to land is degrade. Some human activities, also extreme weather condition are affect the land and land degrade. How to conserve the land? Some many ways. Here given the solution. Use a natural fertilizer instead of artificial fertilizer. Second, growing more and more trees. Third, to manage wasteland. In this way, we conserve soil. Now, soil as a resource and how to conserve them. Now the type of soil: alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil and arid soil. Let's see first alluvial soil. Friends, 43% of total landmass area, it is a alluvial soil. It is found in the northern plain, Indus, Ganga river and Brahmaputra river. Ganga and Brahmaputra become a delta. It is a more fertile. It contains the alluvial soil. Alluvial soil is a two type: old alluvial soil and new alluvial soil. Old alluvial soil, it is known as Bangar soil. New alluvial soil, it is a Khadar soil. It is a less fertile. It is a good for fertility. It's a conker form. It is a silt and humus form. Now, black soil. Black soil contains 16% of total landmass of our nation. It is found in the Malwa, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra. It is called Ragur soil. Friends, black soil is called Ragur soil. Remember, this is important for your examination. Other name of black soil is Ragur soil. It is also best cultivation for cotton. It is rich in potash, calcium carbonate and manganese. Now, red soil. It covers 11% of total landmass of our nation. It is red in color. You know why it is red in color? Because it contains iron particles amount. So much iron particles amount, therefore it seems red in color. It is found in Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, etc. Now, laterite soil. It covers 7% landmass. It develops in the high temperature and heavy rainfall area. It is used for growing tea and coffee and cashew nut, etc. It is found in Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Assam and Madhya Pradesh. Now, arid soil. It covers 4% of total landmass of our nation. Its structure is a sandy, red and brown in color. Lack of the humus and moisture due to the dry climatic condition. Arid soil, it is found in the north of Gujarat and south of Haryana. Now let me learn the soil erosion. You know what it means, soil erosion? Due to the heavy rainfall or other human activity, the soil is eroded or soil is erosion. Now it's stopped by the natural using the natural fertilizer, growing more and more trees and manage the soil pollution. Today we learn resource and development. So student, please learn more and more. This is the most important chapter of geography. So many questions asking from this chapter. Okay, goodbye.